Neil Diamond sang, "Free, only want to be free. We huddle close, hang on to a dream." That dream of coming to America is a very real one, but when it comes true, it often is stressful, confusing, and even isolating. Selma Toporan knows that firsthand, and she lives in Llewellyn now, but used to call Bosnia her home. Selma's taken what she's learned and put it all into Adjusting to Life in the USA, a complete guide to culture, belonging, and essential life skills for newcomers, longtime residents, and their supporters. Now, that title's long. It's a lot. Welcome to the show, Selma.
Yes,
but
thank you for having me.
Obviously, coming to America, that's a lot, too. So tell us how and why you came to America.
I came to the United States at 14 as a refugee from Bosnia. At the time, there was a war there. And I had relocated to Croatia for a little while in a refugee camp. And at that point, it wasn't safe for us to return. So my parents wanted a better future for us, and that's why we were settled here.
So, coming over, obviously, in a somewhat dangerous situation. But once you got here, that wasn't easy either, right?
No, overnight, I had to grow up. I had spoke limited English. And because I knew some English, I had to translate for my family for doctor's appointment, for job interviews with paperwork that I barely understood. So I wish there was something to help me along the way. And
that's what gave birth to this.
Gave birth to the book. And I also later on worked with other immigrant refugee women who felt the same thing. They had issues with the same topics, so understand them, culture shock. And with that push, I was able to put together topics that we really needed in the book.
Now you have the guide, so explain a little bit about what's inside of it.
Yes, there are 33 chapters in the guide. It starts with the basics for newcomers, such as using translation softwares, to simple phrases, to all the way learning about school system, jobs, workplace, how to integrate emotional and mental well-being during transition. So all of those things to better integrate here.
Yeah, that's complex. I mean, I'm actually surprised you could fit that all in 33 chapters. Yes. So can you explain to our viewers like one area that you dive into in the book?
Well, I do discuss some case studies, some mistakes that I've made early on. For example, my very first visit to a convenience store, and I'm Bosnian, so we eat a lot of bread. And so I was buying bread, and I was very formal. I just spoke to a cashier like I would speak to a college professor.
Right.
And it wasn't until later I realized that no one speaks like that when you go to...
And they probably said to you, "What do you want?"
Right, exactly. So some of those things that I have made mistakes on early on, and also things that I learned from talking to other people.
Right, kind of just the culture and how things work. So with that, tell me about the reflection questions in the guide. That sounds interesting.
Yeah, so that's the educator part of me. I think that once you read something, if you apply it to your life, you'll learn it better. I have questions to reflect on the learning, and I also, on my website, I have a free workbook that anybody reading the book can use, and I offer ESL lessons to go along with those 33 chapters for educators that are teaching newcomers. They can use that complimentary on my website.
Yeah, so kind of reading it, retaining it, processing it. So who is this book truly for? Obviously, you have your story, but I'm assuming there's so many unique perspectives coming into this.
So it's for immigrants, refugees, international students, professionals working in the United States, and anyone who is willing to support immigrant and refugees, newcomers here, and wants to understand what they're going through.
We only have a few seconds, but can you say where you get the book to?
Yes, it's available on Amazon, and you can also order it through your favorite book retailer such as Barnes & Nobles.
Excellent. Selma, thank you for being here. Appreciate you sharing the news.